Hello, bro, every day, gloriously happy. It's the time again, yesterday. Yeah, I just wanna talk about self-mastery, and I'm gonna put it this way: self-mastery branches out of growing every day. It's a practice. It is the skill that you develop. It is that one thing you focus on and you work on it over and over and over again without losing any focus but dedicating your time. When you dedicate your time, it's because that is the investment that you are putting into it, right? Dedicating even your capital, financial investment on your self-mastery. It's very powerful for what money does into your life, the change that it brings. It magnifies the person you are. It magnifies the service that you deliver. It magnifies and expands what you are doing, contributing into this universe, into this generation, in this age, in this people's life. So, hence, as you grow, it must become part of one of the elements which you dawn upon. You ponder over and over and over again how you will self-mastery your financial and your capital streams, and how you'll navigate that part. I'm not going to be detailed on that before. That's not all about it for now, but it's all about it forever. It's so funny. However, like I said, you invest those elements as you self-mastery yourself. But it all has to branch out from growing everything. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking like this? For growing every day, it's a natural event to every human being. But the one thing that makes a difference, the one thing that sets categories, the one thing that makes you to distinguish from that group to that group and that group is that we have more often, or rather more or less, of three categories, which is a middle class, which is the middle one, and we have a higher class, which is the wealthy or financial stable people, and we have that first class group, which could be called, I don't know if I have to say the word. I even feel like laughing when I'm saying that word, not because it's funny, but I do not know why, but I think there is an underlying factor in my mind. Poor people. And I have mentioned that when I have to highlight something so that you understand about these poor people, rather all these categories. What I'm going to highlight now going to enable you to understand all these other two categories or three in total. Poor people, rather being poor, it is not just a permanent situation. It is the state of the mind, where your mind ponders things, meditate over and over. The thought that dominates your mind determine your state, your being, yourself, who you are, what you can become, what you can produce, and so forth and so forth. Hence, I encourage growing every day, self-mastery and so forth, For if you embark on that journey, down the line, down the path, as you grow, as you move, you start noticing the change. That change not only occurs in your mind, but that is the first place where it has to occur or happens, then it shifts into your results. Right? So you start producing such result, and you ask yourself, how am I doing this? For you have decided. It was a decision. It's your decision. You see? Now, you can relate with this other two classes, or rather three in total, which is the middle class, lower class, and higher class. Higher class, wealthy people and abundantly rich, and poor people and middle class. All mention them all in no order. Now, what separates them? I've told you. What will separate you? You already know. What will make a change? Nothing. No better. If you decide in Allah, it's to take place in you, in your life. That it's not be an instant thing. To some of you will be. To some of you or most of you will not. But all it calls for, all I can encourage you is work constant. Be constant. Be accountable. Be responsible for every act you take, for every decision you make, for every step of the way. Do evaluation, review, sit down yourself, ask yourself some questions, have a meeting with yourself, talk to yourself, with no one there, only you by yourself. If you're gonna have some disturbance, find a place where you can freely have that freedom. For that's all you need. Have a serious talk with yourself. Have a serious meeting with yourself. If you have to be hard on yourself on that meeting, then be. Let it be. But when you leave that meeting as a transformed, different being. When you walk out of that meeting, even if you are sitting in a park, there's no door, but in your mind, you imagine yourself moving out of the meeting room, of the boardroom. As you close that door behind you, you know in your mind, no man, I'm a different person commencing from now onwards. All I've discussed, all that I've laid out, that are my objectives, are my goals, are my vision. I'm going to work on it day by day. Yes, some other days I may fall back, but I will rise back again the following day. Or whenever I realize that I fall back, as soon as that thought dawned upon my mind, I will rise back up and then move again. Move, baby. Yeah, move. Yeah, so self-mastery branches off from God every day. The fruits that you will bear as you self-mastery yourself are so delicious, invincible. There's no debate about them. I mean, you will have pleasure. You will know that you have worked for them. You will know that you have, you've cried. It's a feeling that can never be taken away. That's the best thing to do for yourself. I know most of us, we are after relationships, we are after things, we are after so many things, external things. But I would like to encourage you this time, you listen to this video, that you are after your own growth. Like and subscribe, follow Grow every day gloriously. And as you grow every day gloriously, take care. Bye-bye for now.